All right, man, we back. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Good Fella Sports TV. We're going to talk about Dr. Dre basically tells his wife, reportedly or allegedly, that she better tighten up her spinning habits. Y'all boy, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Lil Pump gets banned from JetBlue. We'll speak on that. But first, we got a huge story that's going out there. And Master P reposted it on his Facebook page. I don't know if he posted it on Instagram that him and Baron Davis could be in talks to buy Reebok. So that's huge, man. And Reebok is being, so I think, shout out to Homie Town Business Channel. Business, not, business as usual, but business, sports and entertainment, or you can put in Town Business JS, that'll come up. And he told me that they were selling, Adidas was selling Reebok. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And really, it's a lot of mini monopolies going on. If Reebok was bigger than what it was and Adidas was big, they'd probably be asking them to break it up. But a lot of shoe companies own each other. It's kind of like Foot Locker owning other shoe companies, and a lot of people don't cry that it's a monopoly like they're doing Mark Zuckerberg. But, I mean, it is what it is. But it's huge. Adidas don't really have no use for, a Reebok no more. So they're trying to sell it. I heard the asking price is around $2.4 billion to sell it off. And people saying, where Baron Davis get that type of money at? But you got investors. And remember, he got that white sugar mama, too. She's swimming in money. But, that'd be huge, because we already know Master P got the shoes, the Minata Zone. And my boy on Instagram, he bought some, and Master P shouted him out. So shout out to my homie, my boy Trendsetter. He bought some on him and his trainer D Puller was on a couple weeks ago, well, a couple months ago. I can't remember what I did yesterday. And he bought some of the Minata. So that'd be huge for Baron Davis, his investors, Master P, his investors, to buy Reebok. And really, at this point, they'll probably let some black folks buy Reebok just off the strength that it ain't doing so well. Like, Reeboks really ain't been cool for a while. So a lot of these kids is wearing those, them Balmain shoes, whatever they call, Balenciaga shoes. Those big old, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger shoes. And, really, these kids are a different breed. All right. Shoes just all, and then they do wear some of our shoes. I get there. But really, back in the day, man, they paying for the shoes that we used to pay back in the day for $100 or $120. They paying $200-$300 for them. And really, this era don't have no taste, no swag. They taste is wearing skinny jeans with rips in them ugly ass Balenciaga shoes, and then you got other shoe companies biting off that ugly style. These is the worst dressing dudes in the history of hip hop. Hip hop is a culture, not just music. People think hip hop is synonymous with a genre of music, but really hip hop is a culture of rap and R&B under one umbrella. Remember the beat boys, the DJ, all that's hip hop, the clothes and all of that. And, to be honest, Reebok ain't too in style right now, and really what's keeping Nike in style, because they ain't really got no stylish shoes neither. What's keeping Nike in style is simply the old school shoes. And then they best shoes they got out today, it's like the Kyries, the KDs, the LeBrons. They more of a basketball shoe. They built to really hoop in. All right, but those they best current sellers, the Paul George. But then you look at it, they bring it back to old Air Maxes and all that type of stuff. So you seeing New Balance trying to get in the game, and I heard they have some affiliations with Donald Trump or something. You can look that up. You got Adidas kind of hanging around. They really ain't got no shoes, but really to kind of show you the importance of this is that we need some innovators in shoes. This era don't have no original shoes other than them ugly ass Balenciagas. And most people didn't know Balenciaga started off making dresses. All right, that's the history. When you get older, you kind of read about that stuff. But, they need their own style. LeBar tried to do it and, all that type of stuff. So we need our own style in hip hop. We for this generation. This generation is known as the remix is the original. All these old shoes coming back, all these old remakes. This era is known as the remix is the original. And it shouldn't be that way, And with Master P, if I can get him and Baron Davis, they do close this shoe deal. If I can get him a word of advice, go to the streets. Go find somebody that nobody else had. Don't get the dude that Jordan had to make his shoes. Go find somebody, have a contest. And whoever can create the best concept of shoe, bring them in and help them design for Reebok. You can change the Reebok logo. You can do a lot of stuff. And really, Reebok is really hanging on by James Harden. And I thought James Harden had a deal with Adidas, but he got a deal with Reebok. And to be honest, you can show Adidas to do something that they never knew they can do. And if you go to these kids got a hell of ideas. But the difference is, from this generation getting to show their talent, it's not like I get a script, I write it, I give it to Jimmy, Jimmy steal my script, and then I got to go through the legal way to get credit for The Matrix. The black lady created The Matrix. She had to sue to get her money for that. So now, instead of, you got these kids, giving their script to Jimmy or Bob, now all of a sudden, it's like the rap game. I could just make a song on my phone. I can rent the studio at the mall. I can rent the studio here or there, and I can just plug it in myself. So that's why you see To The Max, Big Jai, you know what I'm saying? All these dudes, you could just keep going on. He got a dude named Minx, Ha Davis, he from Detroit. Shout out to him. They just, doing their stuff they own, excuse me. So really, instead of them getting original ideas, I'd rather them pay a brother or a sister or a white person, Indian, Arab, Native American person, they'd rather just keep remaking the same shit. And now it's to the point where if you don't want to compensate me, I can buy my own equipment, edit it myself, and put it on social media, and I can just get money that way. I get money on YouTube, get money on Facebook, get money on Instagram, so I can just get my money that way. You feel me? So it's getting to the point where, Hollywood, or rather, instead of reaching out to people, and even the fashion industry, instead of reaching out to people and getting better ideas, they'd rather just keep doing the same shit before they properly compensate somebody. So if I got one piece of advice for Master P and Baron Davis, is go to the streets, have a contest who can design the best shoe, and y'all can do it that way. With Reebok, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Allen Iverson, the last Reebok that I really like that I can remember was the Ivos. You can take the shoe company and apparel to another stratosphere. You can take it to another stratosphere because ain't nobody doing nothing different. It's all about the remake. It's all about the design. You can break the shoe company like Michael Jordan did. But that's what they can do, but that's on them. But let's move on. Let's talk about Dr. Dre. And basically his wife been getting over $300,000 a month in spousal support while they've been figuring things out. She been trying to finesse her way around that prenup, just like Kevin Garnett's wife. Not sure how that ended out. But basically what's going on here is she said she won like $3 million a month. It was some crazy stuff like that. And she said, well, no prenup. Dr. Dre tore the prenup up in front of her. And maybe he did, but he just had additional copies, or he said the original saved up. And basically what's going on is, basically they becoming close to basically coming to an agreement about the prenup. And, word is she gonna get anywhere from $83,000 a month to $138,000 a month. So her money gonna go down significantly, and she don't have no property, so all their property separate. So I don't know if that means whatever she owned, whatever is in her name, she keep and Dr. Dre get the rest, or if all the properties in Dr. Dre name, he just take them all. But she could have went about this a better way. She could have just went to Dre like, man, I don't want this in the media, or whatever. Let's do it this way. Just give me the house in Malibu or whatever. I can sell it, do whatever I want to do to it. Give me this, that, and that car, and give me this much amount of money a month, or you give me a lump sum, and we can move on, But for her trying to slander his name through the media, saying he tore up the prenup and this, that, and that, they've been married for years, But I just don't think it's humanly natural for somebody to be together for 20, 30, 40 years. And technology is changing where now you can fly chicks in. If you a chick, you can fly a dude in. Now you able to get, women from here and there, and that's just the way it's going. Now you have more options. Before social media, unless you travel to New York or travel to Chicago, travel to California, you didn't know your options. Now, you just not stuck with the people in Detroit or the women in Illinois or the women in Kentucky. Now you can really have to pick your litter, so it's different times. So, my whole thing, I wouldn't advise nobody to get married before 35. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to kind of follow that because people want kids, but, You know, people think you could be in a relationship for a year and knowing each other for a year and it can work out, but they was married together for over 20 years, you know, and look at them now. But, you know, Dr. Dre just basically ready for this to end. He stopped paying $300,000 a month and he had his shit together way back in 90, whatever they got married. He had his shit together. And now she might have to get back out there and work, but it ain't like she was working at Starbucks. Dr. Dre got himself a lawyer. So that ain't a bad profession to go back to. I'm pretty sure she passed the bar and all that stuff. So, I mean, that is what it is. And hopefully, you know, they figure it out. And then Dr. Dre was so smooth with it that he waited till they had kids and their kids got older. And then, you know, he made sure this jump. But apparently, she was running through all his money and he didn't like that. So, apparently, this about to come to an end. And he had control. Legally, he had everything set up the way he wanted to have. And he won. You know, it ain't over to the fat lady singer to the buzzer, but buzz. But right now it's looking like he won. But let's finish it off. Y'all guy, you know, Lil Pump got kicked off of JetBlue for not wearing a mask. I don't understand that. If you didn't want to wear a mask, why he just didn't have a private plane? That's my question to it. But apparently he ignorant, he dumb, and all that other stuff. But we'll see. You know, I don't know if it's a lifetime ban or does it really come up. But I know I used to fly, well, I can't still fly for my flight privileges. They always like have to come dressed like, you know, nice. Not that jeans sagging and all that. Used to dress nice, no smoking weed, because I seen them put white people off the plane for coming wearing leggings and all that. So it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about P and B Diddy buying Reebok, about Dr. Dre having this stuff set up right, and Lil Pump getting kicked off JetBlue. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video question, all my social media links, subscription. Got Facebook group. Want to make a donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313. PayPal link, subscription. Best way to donate. Share the video.